Okay, to sanitize all the dishes, the first step is to take this little plug. There's two of them. There's a bigger one and a smaller one. And just put it in this sink here and start filling up with warm water. And while that's happening, load all the dishes into this sink here. You want to make sure the sinks are clean before you use it. We want to sanitize the rack too, along with the dishes. Okay, you can just stop it. Once the sink's all full, you're going to pour a little bit of bleach in it. And then test it with these test strips here. There's a little container there. And just rip off a piece of the paper, and try not to get it wet too. And stick it in the water, and it should turn purple. And then there's a little chart here you want to compare the purple to. And we want it somewhere in between 50 and 100 ppm. But let's try to get it closer to 100. So this looks closer to like 25 right now, so we'll put a little more bleach in. Oops. See, this is a darker purple. This is pretty close to the 100, so that's probably good for this. And then now we'll take the drying racks and dip them in. You can just dip in both sides. And then the next thing you want to do is take this metal rack on the drink dispenser, dip that in too, and we'll use this to put the mac and cheese and soup buckets. And then these just roll in, make sure it's just coated in water. And then you set them here to dry. And then we're going to go through and dip each of the dishes in the water and set them on the rack. So to sanitize all the surfaces, we have this bucket here, the sanitation bucket. I already filled it with water and put the bleach in. And I did the same thing I did with the dishes with the test strip. And this one is okay if it's closer to like the 200 or higher range. And then you just want to dip the rag in. And we want to make sure all the surfaces are covered in bleach. So we can do all of these here. And then let's get the painting press handles and just the tops of them too. And then we'll also get the fronts of the fridges and freezers. And then the cutting board is really important. We want to make sure that's scrubbed very well. And then let's go underneath the cutting board as well. And then we'll do this, and then underneath here. And we also want to get the windowsills. So we'll take the boxes, set them up here, and get over here. And then we'll just get these out of the way. We'll get this windowsill too. Make sure to keep dipping it in the bleach when you feel it dry out. And then on top of here, and also the ice scoop should be sanitized with the dishes as well, so don't forget to do that. And then this windowsill, we'll have to take everything off. Also sanitize the soup and mac and cheese counter. Make sure this is clean before you do this, because usually this counter gets a little dirty. And those are all the surfaces I think we have to get. Another thing that we should clean every night is the fryer. We just want to make sure all these little crumbs are picked up. So you can just take a rag and wipe them up. You just toss them in the trash. And then also make sure the part up here is clean too, so you can just take the baskets off. And wipe those down as well.